Hello, one and all. Um, I am Naps. Um, yes, hi. Hello, welcome. Hi, Chaos. Oh, m- miraculously, the software has noticed that Mr. Oreo Man is in the Discord call. It wasn't working for the entirety of our previous looking at this stream. It was not working at all, but now it is, which is I don't know why that's happened, but it's excellent. Yeah, well, I saw that. um, well, without further ado, um, let's welcome Mr. Orioman to the stream.
Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Oreo Man.
Hi there.
Hello.
We're gonna have a lovely time having our little own lore podcast. Um, talk about
It's very,
Undertale.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very odd. There's a delay between you speaking and it appearing on the screen, so it's
Yeah,
confusing me a
yeah.
little bit.
I preempted that thought in my head, but I thought I'd have that. Yeah, I know. Um,
Yeah,
hold
we
on.
know.
Actually, I can change that. Um, I can just increase the desktop audio. How about how about now? How is that? Oreo speak.
Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Oreo Man.
How is that? Yes. How does that sound? Excellent. Glad to hear it. Um, okay, so Um, let us work out what we're doing today. Um,
Undertale.
yes, so the voting went as such that Undertale got 5 votes, Hugh got 2, and everything else. Well, the only other thing that had any votes was Adios. So the likelihood is that we'll get some stuff for um well, Undertale is our priority, really. One of the main reasons that Oreo is here is because Oreo is so. There is such a connection with Undertale there that it makes sense. It has to happen, you know?
Mm. It's very deep and meaningful.
For real. Okay, so. However, I did forget to do something. I'm gonna not dwell on that. One thing that I can now do at long last is change my overlay on Twitch with Mr. Oroman here. What a momentous occasion.
Whoa.
We're going to be changing it. It's been like this for a very, very long time now. I think I changed to this overlay some 100 streams ago now. Um maybe is it that much? I don't know. I don't actually know how long it's been up for, but we're changing the overlay. And it's going to be a really, really cool transition. Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
I'm
It's
really
gonna be
ready.
very excellent. I've worked hard on this, and I think it looks quite nice. A little bit of a different vibe, but it's an improvement, I'd say. I've shown it to a few people, and they seem pretty happy with it. Uh, can I have a drum roll, Mr. Roman? Whoa, that's gonna.
Whoa.
How much of a delay do you have?
It's only like three
Oh, that's
seconds.
fine. Yeah, welcome to the new overlay. Um,
It's like a turtle.
I suppose so.
I
Okay.
loved just watching the silence on screen. Uh,
Um, well, yeah. Um, as you can see, um, there's a lot of there's a lot more on here than there used to be. Let me just cycle back. As you can see, it's a lot ah,
Oh my god, not Curly Eye?
oh my goodness. Welcome to the Law Stream, not Curly Eye. This is this is the Law Stream of all time.
Yeah.
We're talking about Undertale. Now,
Und-
I know you're a recent expert in that field too, so do feel free to chip in some thoughts. And then, obviously, please don't freeze on me. I swear to God, camera. Right, thank you, camera. Obviously, right, well,
Oh, I'm gone.
you're back.
Oh,
This is the old casting screen, and then we have this change too. My camera just shifts a little bit here because I did a bit of changing. This is a lot more calm, obviously, because it's a lot more taken away. Uh, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with the changes that I have made. Very cool. Very, very cool, I think. Um, I've had that prepared for a lot longer than um well, I've had it prepared for quite a while. I feel like I prepared it just after last law stream, and I would have unveiled it then, given the opportunity. But no, not. It wasn't meant to be. Um, any I've realized can't wait for 2026 when you only take up 1% of the screen. Well, I'm taking up the same amount of the screen as before. It's just that all of the images are a bit smaller.
mm.
Um, I think I think Ben from Barnyards might be the biggest image on there. Though Arthur Morgan's got quite a big.
I mean, the Pokemon one's also quite big.
That's true. That's true. Um, yeah. By the end, I was running out of characters a little bit, so along the edges, you kind of have a few interesting choices. Like, I don't even know what some of these are from just looking at it because they're so small. But for example, you have the guy from Planet Zoo here who's just kind of there. He's like, hi, I'm here, but I've put him on because I needed someone to put there, which is going to be less of a problem as we go along, I suppose. But I'd like to
Oh,
keep
and
this
there's
overlay
me.
for a while. Yeah, there's you. You're next to yourself.
Hell yeah.
I think you asked for me to put you on, so I did.
Oh,
You're the only
very
real person here. In fairness,
nice
you're
to
the only
see.
real person other than me who has appeared on the camera on this channel, so
Hell yeah.
perhaps that will change one day, perhaps not. Who knows? But I think it would be a really cool idea because the law streams are supposed to be like discussion and stuff to have people on the law streams, especially people who are interested in the fields that we'll be discussing, to kind of bring their own interpretation to the law, and that would be really cool, I think.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, I haven't made any changes to the law stream area. Let me make sure I have you on here. Um,
The Book of Law.
oh, there you are.
Oh my god.
Let me uh
Oh,
let me stick you there, shall I?
I think I should just take up the entire screen.
No, I'm not quite sure about that, Mr. Oreo Man.
Oh,
So, yeah, we have
sit.
some grounds to cover here. Um, the one thing I was hoping on doing was um the changing up the loading screen stuff a little bit, but I'll probably do that before next stream, just because I'm getting a bit sick and tired of some of those, so I want to change them out for new ones. Um, yeah, I think that would be good, but I forgot to do it for this one. I didn't think about it until the stream had started. I hadn't crossed my mind for a long time. Oh well. that's for another time. But yes, uh, I sent out um spreadsheet in its form for the people of the world. Um, but um, and there were some changes from last time. There seem to always be changes. I've done lots of innovations with the spreadsheet. I've spent 70 hours making changes to this spreadsheet over the course of my time on this PC. So Valentino's done a lot of work to organize all the lore. But on this occasion, um, we're going to. I've realized we don't really need to access that. All I've got to do is. Here we are. So, um,
Spider.
spider.
Well, it looks more like a petri dish of bacteria than a spider, but it
Yeah,
kind of looks like a spider. Not really.
not gonna question. There's a few things that I haven't organized. I don't. Where's Barnyard? Okay. Let me just. Let me just. Those are all characters here. Let me just sort those into characters. Okay. Yeah. So I did a little bit earlier today, actually, of sorting some of this stuff out. What I did was I went into each game. That's a bad example. I went into each game. Let's pick Stardew Valley. I just put all of the characters into this area. So now all of the games are linked up with all the characters in them, which made this. I love this part. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Whoa.
It's like a snowflake or something, and that's Planet Zoo. Um, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Um, no one could tell me otherwise. Um,
What if they did, though? What if I did?
I'd be very sad.
Oh, okay.
Let me move this just so that when I'm looking for screenshots of myself as a thumbnail, I don't have text over my face. Um, right. Um, but what we really want is to look at Undertale and sort of go through it's mainly species and location that we're looking at. The main problem that I have, and I've discussed this multiple times now, I think, and I'm not sure if it was on stream or just to people individually, I have a problem with the definition of monster. How do you feel about the definition of monster, my dear Mr. Oreo Man?
I mean, I I feel like I see it in the way that we are humans, but you also have like different races of people, like, you know, white people, black people, Asian people, Hispanic people. You just got different races of monster? I don't know.
It just, yeah, I can understand that interpretation, but I feel at the end of the day, there's there's a vast amount of variation, and then you've also got kind of a variety of different like levels of intelligence, I'd say.
Mm,
Um,
I
I mean,
guess so.
because you've obviously got like the big leaders, you've got like Undyne over Papyrus, but then you have kind of, and I know that like Froggets are shown to be able to talk and stuff, but I feel like they're more, uh, I guess they have a more like childlike
Mm,
sense to themselves.
yeah, I mean, a monster's just a non-human.
Yeah, well, that's what I
It's,
think. I think that
it's
it
to,
is just a kind of a reappropriated term. Like they've been called the monsters by the humans, and they've just been like,
yeah.
okay, yes, we are. That's how we will define ourselves, and we will fight against you as monsters.
If they're sentient and they don't look human, then they're labeled a monster.
And I think we should appreciate that, but slightly deconstruct it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to label anyone as monster on the spreadsheet. So I've labeled Sans and Papyrus as skeleton. We might want to work on that a little bit as like living skeleton or something, but skeleton probably works okay.
Yeah.
It's because that'll be applicable to other games quite well too. Um, and Spider for Muffet. Monster I don't want to use. So like creatures like Undyne, who there's only like one example of Undyne as kind of a species, right? That we
What do you mean?
see. We don't see any other characters that resemble Undyne at all.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah?
I think so.
So I feel like in those kind of cases we've got to kind of work out what we're calling that species, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And while they may be we could create a group because I've got the groups on the spreadsheet where I group the characters together into these little things like the Vandalion gang. They're all grouped into that. If we just get that up, then you've got the list of all of the members, and that just groups them all together a little bit. We could have a group assigned monsters, maybe, of all the people who
Mm-hmm.
define themselves as monsters.
Yeah.
I think that sounds sensible because I guess it's more of a unity thing, I suppose.
Mm.
It's an us versus them, and they needed a term to unite themselves with, and they're all monsters.
Yeah.
Okay.
w- w- in terms of the amalgamates, I assume we're just considering them as their own thing.
It's a good question. Um, I think Undyne is the same dinosaur species as Alphys and Monster Kid. Interesting. Well, I've always thought of Alphys and Monster Kid as being um of a similar. I think I've discussed this with you, Mr. Arman, and you even disagreed with
Yeah,
that.
I kind of always thought of Alphys as like a lizard or like a gecko, and I've always thought of Undyne as like an axolotl.
Hmm. And Monster Kid, where's Monster Kid fall on that?
Well, I don't know. I haven't really considered Monster Kid
I,
that
I
much.
I feel like when I discussed it with you in terms of the Monster Kid and Alphys being similar, you seem to turn your nose up at that idea slightly.
I mean, I just don't. Hold on, I'm gonna have to pull up a picture and compare real
Fair
quick.
enough.
Let's have a look. So that's Alphys. And then, see, I mean, they could be the same species, but obviously
Hmm.
he's a child. So,
I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, he looks like a dinosaur.
Hmm.
That's my personal opinion, but let me see.
Well, yeah,
Alpha.
I think that's
Oh,
kind of where the inspiration's been drawn, obviously.
okay, then sure, why not?
But I don't think I could go as far to say that Undyne is the same.
No.
I feel like I agree that there's very much like fishy inspiration with Undyne, whereas it's more of a is amphibian the right word? No. Reptile
Yeah.
with Alphys and Monster Kid, I guess. Because I mean, dinosaurs are reptiles, aren't they?
Um,
Maybe.
but I don't know.
Maybe. I guess
Well,
we
I
wouldn't
mean,
know.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I guess I can see through putting Alphys and Monster Kid together, but
yeah,
not Undyne.
yeah. That's where I would stand. Although I
Okay.
can understand. I mean, in terms of grouping Undyne with anyone else, that would be what I'd do if I had to. I think dinosaurs are a general term for big ancient animal. Well, yeah. Um, yeah. But on the basis that Alphys is, to my knowledge, a female counterpart of the species of Monster Kid, I think I don't know what pronouns are used. This is just off of memory. Monster Kid is male, right? Is that your understanding, Oreo?
That's been my understanding, yeah.
Or at least that's the interpretation that the majority of people have taken for those characters in like fan stuff.
Yeah, I know
Um,
like Kara and Frisk aren't confirmed, but I'm
no, but
not
that's just
100% sure.
for just making as bland a protagonist as possible so that you can fill your shoes in to their role, I guess. I'm not sure about Monster Kid though, now that I think about it.
Well, I've just had a look, and his confirmed gender's male, apparently.
Okay, on the basis that they're of different biological sex, then there being there being similarities but differences makes sense, possibly, and their age difference.
Mm.
This is a good point that I wouldn't have thought of without this message. Gaster blasters. Are we considering them sentient at all? Because
Um,
I know where you have stood on this in the past.
the that's tough. I want to say, well, they're not. I don't think they're sentient.
But
I
are
think
they?
they're
Well,
just
no,
like
no. Are they
odd,
like
aren't they?
creatures? Are they alive?
Are they alive? I'm leaning towards no.
Okay. Well, let's not focus on that yet. There's a lot more concrete stuff we can work with in the time being. Um, there's some instances, uh, where we'll have to work out. So I've always kind of looked at. So you know, like, so we have Jerry, right?
Mm.
Jerry is a name, like a human name that it describes one person. But I think in genocide you can kill more than one, which to me suggests that either this is a group of people who all call themselves Jerry, or Jerry is the species.
Well, I just think it'd be funnier if the species was called Jerry.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I'm happy to go with that. So,
yeah.
let me just turn that off for a second and grab the Undertale Wikipedia. Um, well, the fandom, I suppose. I'm gonna grab the list of um, if I may, the list of the things. Enemies is how it's been defined. All right. Let me get this up. Here we are. Don't think I have anything incriminating on here. Lovely. Okay, so are we happy that it's not the dummy that's alive, it's that there are ghosts?
Yes.
Um, so in terms of largely sentient species, we're saying that ghosts. I mean, it there's not really a question because there is a ghost,
Yeah.
who we do meet and interact with. So it's not really a question of whether; it's a question of whether the dummy is existent on its own, which I don't think it is.
No.
Okay, so I've I've done a little bit of looking at this in the past, and obviously I've played the games. There is a bit of a grey area in terms of a few of these. For example, Frogget. Is Frogget? Well, there's two questions really. Is Frogget one species? Because you have the blinking eyes under the legs.
Oh. Hmm.
That's not the question I was going to ask though. You got Frogget, and then if we scroll down, uh, if we scroll down, we have Final Frogget.
Yeah.
Are those different species?
Uh, I don't know.
See, that's
Good
something I've
question.
kind of, and then but there are some cases where you have like, it's particularly I think this creature. Um, because that does we can sometimes that turns into that. Is that right? Or am I completely
Yeah.
making that up?
Um, no, I think it does.
I think that it does. I might be. Maybe I should have asked you a different question to see if you remember the same thing. That was a bit of a leading question, so I might just have imprinted my idea into your head, and now it's a memory. But um, oh, and then there's one that I'm uh like pigs that get exposed. It's the wild turn to boars. Hmm. So it's like, yeah. I mean, I think it's called Final Frogget. To me, feels like it is just a frogget that's a bit more dangerous. Uh,
Well, yeah, I guess.
and I don't see the need to define them separately. Really, they're very it's more, as you say, it's more I guess racial rather than species,
Yeah,
maybe. It's like they're two variants of the same species,
yeah.
I guess. But then there's the question, of course, of whether that's one entity or not, or whether that's and if so, what is Frogget? Is Frogget the two together, or
Well, I mean, for now, I'd just assume it's the two together because there's no way to be able to what's the word? To not prove that.
hmm? Um, um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, with like the final Frogget and Frogget thing, you can see it in the way that there's like Sans and Papyrus.
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy to just call it just go for Frogget.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me settle with that and write that down. What would you say in terms of defining? So the way I've been defining these is in terms of like kind of sentience, which is I'm kind of being like people who mainly in terms of talking and having conversations in civilization, and you have animals and objects essentially. Um, I mean, the froggets are sentient, I suppose, in that sense, right? Because you can
Yeah.
talk to them, so
Yeah. You can
I guess
talk
you.
to them in the ruins and they do like the story thing in New
Hmm.
Home.
So there we have it.
So
There's frogget. Lovely. Froggets do have a few lines, don't they? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Indeed, indeed. I remember watching you go through all of them. I was watching you go to every single dialogue option of the Froggets. I was there. I watched that. Oh, we don't want to see that. Onwards. Um, right. There's a case that I'm a lot more settled on, I think, in terms of Whimsun and uh Whims a lot. That to me is just putting armor on.
yeah.
Happy?
Yeah. I mean the Whimsalot thing I'm assuming is a play on like Camelot
Yeah, yeah,
anyways.
yeah. Well, Lancelot, I think.
Oh, right. I see. Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, that's the
so
same
yeah,
thing.
Whimsun is he, and all. I mean, all of them have lines, don't they?
Yeah.
Do the dogs have lines? Some of them do.
Yeah, they all have lines.
All right, cool.
I'm Yeah, no, I was going to say I'm not sure if oh, what's it called? The big dog. What's it called?
Greater dog. Greater dog? Lesser dog?
maybe greater dog. I think. I was gonna say I don't know if he does, but I think he does.
I think generally, since the rule seems to be that the dogs are largely sentient, this there could just be a mute example or a particularly dumb dog anyway.
Yeah.
On principle, like generally they are sentient.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, well, we haven't got onto dogs yet, so let's leave that for now.
Yeah.
Mold Small, and we discussed the other one. I think that that's just um. I mean, it's just kind of metamorphosis, isn't it? Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, the real question is, would you write? How would you classify in terms of if I was writing it down, a butterfly, a type of butterfly, would I write it down as like lesser spotted blue butterfly or its caterpillar counterpart?
Um. I mean, the butterfly one.
If that's the case, which one are we writing down here? Are we writing down molds bug? Because that's like the butterfly form. I feel there's three forms, aren't there? Am I making that up?
3?
I felt like there was a third form. Maybe that's in my head. I can't imagine what it would look like, so maybe I'm just. Why is So Sorry not got a picture?
Cause he ran away.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Um, Mold Small. I might just pick Mold Small just because it's easier to say.
Hold on, I'm having a look. There's something called a Moldessa.
Ah,
Oh wait, that's I don't even know what that is.
no, I think this is
Yeah, that's it.
uh yeah, it's a stronger counterpart, so this is a third form. I don't see the
So
similarities, but
we can just go with mold small because if these are just different forms of a basic mold small, then it doesn't. We don't have to consider these as different species, right?
no, I don't think there are different species. It's just a case of picking which one we're defining as the main name. What we
I'd go
could
with mold
do,
small.
we could pick any of them. I don't really want to pick the middle one just because it's hard to pronounce. But um, there's another option. We could come up with a term that groups them all together.
I mean, we could.
Obviously, it would start with mold. But I think you're right. To just go with mold small. Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
indeed. Uh, as that is as it is going
Um,
to be.
hold on.
Okay.
Mold small does not actually say anything in its dialogue. It only makes noises comparable to slime.
Ah,
Um, so there is a question there of sentience.
I am happy to rule that it is not sentient. It's
All
animal.
right,
If it, I feel like we haven't seen any reason to suspect. So well done for pointing that out. I just defaulted to putting it with the rest.
no problem.
So we've established ghosts. We can ignore Napsterbug. Napsterbug isn't a character in the lore actually, um, because we haven't met him uh in streaming, which is so sad. It's me. So,
Well, sorry,
no, go
I'm
on.
back on the mold small thing again.
No, no, go on.
Um, I'm looking at like the different actions it can do. and it can do like a sexy wiggle or like small waits pensively, and I feel like it has like intent. So
Yeah,
it's
but
it's it's a question of whether it is sentient or not, because it might just be a different language, you know.
yeah,
So
I'm happy with where we put it. But I
okay, fair enough.
understand your. I'm glad that you're being thorough with this.
Yeah.
But I think all of those things, if it doesn't speak, if it doesn't do anything, if it doesn't use tools and it doesn't speak, uh, it's safe to assume.
All
Uh,
right.
it's just kind of there, isn't it? We don't. It doesn't have an important role in the story. There's nothing civilized about it necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay. Vegetoid.
Wait, sorry.
No, no, go on.
We can move on.
No, no,
Um, I'm reading through the mole small thing and finding things is all.
no, that's fine.
Um, Molesmall's name is likely a combination of mold and small, whilst its counterpart is mold big. So,
Right.
that raises questions to whether we should name the species as a whole Moldsmal.
Well, there's molds.
Could just name it mold, yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That sounds good.
Cool.
Let me do that. Yeah, there we are.
Okay, I will
Mold.
I will stop going through this now.
That's fine. And then the other one was Moldessa.
Yeah.
Well, I
I
don't know what that.
I mean I can have a look.
Go for it. Go for it.
See if I can find anything.
Um. Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
uh, no, it doesn't say.
All right. That's not a problem. The next one's Vegetoid.
Mhm.
Um. Who is who has line? This character this species has quotes. So
Yeah.
I feel like there's enough. Is there another version?
Um,
Feel like there is.
yeah, I feel like there
Yeah.
is
Is it
maybe.
this one?
Yeah, yeah. I've never seen that before though.
Um. Yeah. I don't know what hard mode refers to in Undertale because I've never. I don't know if hard mode is like a mode that's on some console versions.
Yeah, it's definitely not on
Yeah,
PC, I don't
I've
think.
never seen a hard mode option. The settings in Undertale are literally there's literally one setting and it's language.
Yeah.
Uh, well, I can look at the hard mode thing just to kind of optional difficulty, slight dialogue changes, more difficult encounters, um, uh, I think that by the sounds of it, it's just the ruins. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I don't. That's something interesting to research later. But
Oh, um, you can trigger it by naming the human frisk, apparently.
I've done that though.
Oh. Oh, I don't know.
I don't. Something to look into later. Hard mode
Yeah.
is a thing just for the prologue, I think. Right. I don't remember having a lot of difficulty in the prologue. So I think that this is exclusive to hard mode. Yeah, only on hard mode. Stronger variation of Vegetoid with snakes on its head. To me, that is quite a change? What do you think?
Well, I mean, the name Parsnick is like parsnip.
It
Um,
yeah, it feels to me like they share a ancestor maybe, but I'm not sure if they're the same species.
yeah, yeah,
Because the
yeah.
snakes is quite a change. Obviously, it's taking like Medusa inspirations.
Hmm.
Um, mm,
I mean, I'd say they're different
I'm
species.
quite happy with that.
Cool.
Um, that is where I'm leaning as well. So I'm gonna write both of those down now since we've made that decision. So it's Vegetoid and Parsnip. And they both talk, I believe. I'm
Yeah.
not entirely sure about Parsnip, but I'm assuming so. There we go. Making progress. Um, we're still in the ruins at the moment, though. Right. We have was it Migosp?
Yeah.
Um, again, it's a variation. This one,
Yeah.
Migospell, which appears in the hard mode. I don't know if that's exclusive.
Mhm. I don't know. I think so.
No, if we kind of let me close some tabs. Let's kind of compare the difference. I I could possibly believe um this is a kind of a stage of adulthood sort of thing,
Mm.
possibly. Not sure. They're, they are quite different.
Yeah. Hmm. Could be like a gender thing. I don't
Possibly,
know.
actually.
I'm having a look, see if I can find anything.
Mime and gospel.
Um,
The trivia is not very long on this one.
no. I was just trying to see if it was based off of like a real like insect,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Well, as in, you were checking this on Megosp?
Yeah.
Right.
Um, there's something from like a different, like a story that it could
Well,
be inspired from.
Lovecraft.
Yeah, Migo.
Um,
Um,
which is this.
yeah.
Hmm. I I don't find this. I mean,
Well, these things have wings.
yeah.
Um,
They're quite different from each other, I guess. I don't know. Where are you leaning?
I'm leaning towards them being the same thing, really, I think.
Yeah, I think that's where I want to go. I feel
Just the Migo spells older?
older or a different gender.
Yeah.
And we'll just decide Megos because it's the one that appears in the actual game is the main name.
Also, you have a thing of like Migosp, and then the other one is literally just an EL on the end.
You're
So,
right.
could very well be a gender thing.
That is, yeah, and then there's dialogue, right? So yeah, I know there is. I saw
Yeah.
that. Okay, here's another one for our little look. Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Hmm.
Okay. Just before we get towards goats, we have looks. Oh, there goes the background. Um,
Oh. Hmm.
yeah, so um I think. Let's refresh this. That's gonna irritate me otherwise. Okay. This is the hard mode version of 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 Luke's.
Is it?
I've, that's what it said.
It appears in the core on
Yeah, yeah,
normal
yeah,
mode. It just
yeah. I saw that. But the saying that that's what replaces it. So there could be
right.
a link.
Yeah.
I really like the design of this one.
It
The
always kind of creeped me
astigmatism.
out a
Well,
little
it
bit.
is creepy, but I can kind of see. I mean, they both have very prominent eye features, but
Yeah.
then one of them has. Are those legs?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
those are
legs
legs
are
and
different.
arms. But they both they. I could see the being Luke's being a juvenile version of astigmatism
Hmm. Yeah.
because it's like the horns have developed more. There's another one coming in, but generally speaking, they're the same shape and have the same sort of features. The legs are a bit different, but in fairness, the Lukes could be wearing shoes.
Hmm.
That could be like a, I don't know, like a tradition. I don't know. Put your children in shoes until they're of age, and then make them take it off, and it's like a ceremony.
Hmm.
I don't know, but I could see them being the same species. Um, what's like the etymology of this? Well, I guess lux is like looks because the eye.
Yeah.
Um, um, and astigmatism shares its name with an eye condition. So same sort of etymology thing. I think that astigmatism and luxo are just different ages of the same thing. What do you think? Where do you stand on this?
This is a tricky one. Um. I mean, hold on. There is an NPC in the Snowden library that appears to be a female Lux. Let me see this real quick. Um. Snowden library. Oh. Okay, so it's not a gender thing then.
Okay.
Um, I mean, yeah, I'd be happy with saying um, yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
the same, I guess.
All right. His
Um,
appearance resembles Mike Wazowski. Cool.
yeah.
Um. All right. In that case, since it's the adult version, we should probably call it astigmatism. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will make a note. Does it speak? I mean, yes.
Uh, yeah.
I can make a note on here. If I just go here, I can add the alias of Luke so that searching it up will come up with this page. Okay, close the tabs. Onwards we go. Tutorial.
Big goat lady.
Mmm. What are you thinking?
Um, not sentient.
Not
Um,
sentient.
that's what Curly Eye said.
All
Um,
right.
uh, well, I mean, it's pretty clear that she's like a goat,
Mm,
I'd say.
well, for sure.
Same with Azriel and Asgore.
Yeah, I think I
Um,
might even have them listed as goats possibly already. It's just a case of whether we want to be more specific or not.
well, how would we be more specific?
Well, if
Like,
we think if I mean if we want to define them as something that isn't just goat, if we want to give them like a name for the species.
okay. Let
But
me test a few things. Some Latin, some Greek.
okay.
I'll concoct something.
Okay. Um right. Um
Oh. Sentient in Latin is sentius. Sentient.
okay.
What is goat? Goat in Latin is capre. Capre? Capra. Capra? Capra. Okay. There. I'm just gonna I don't want anything too long. Hmm.
Hmm. Favi is warning me about spoilers. Thank you, Favi.
Nice. Um,
Centicap.
I'm jotting down ideas.
Okay.
This is harder than I thought.
Do you want me to think of some? And
Go for it.
everyone's welcome. Um. Hmm. Big goats.
Big goat.
Yeah. Yeah. Centicap is it's an interesting one. I could warm to that.
It means sentient goat.
Yeah, I know it does. What's
Um,
big in Latin?
big in Latin is Magnus.
Magnus cap. Biggest.
Uh,
Magna cap.
Magna Cap.
Magna cap. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. Big
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 goat.
goats. Is that so? Is it like Magna like that is big? And
No, it's Magnus,
right, and what's goat?
and then that's goat.
Right, Magna cap. I like Magna cap. Big goat. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Um, so Magna cap. I like that Magna cap. Ah, yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
Who gets the credit for that one?
I mean,
I'm
we
happy to give
both
that to
get.
you. I
Oh,
get a
okay.
lot of the credits, so um that's yours. I'll write that down for future notice. Okay, on with the show then. Uh, child, Childrake and Snowdrake. They're the same species, right?
They're the same. Just one of them has
So
glasses
it's
on.
Snowdrake. Snowdrake is the species.
Yeah.
Is there anything, any later version of Snowdrake?
I feel like there. It might be an
Yeah,
amalgamation.
Snowdrake's mother.
So, yeah.
Let me just see if there's
Wait,
any more.
Snowdrake's. Sorry, Snowdrake's mother.
Hmm.
Does that not imply that Snowdrake is the name of a singular?
I think we meet a singular Snowdrake, don't we? I feel like there is a Snowdrake with dialogue talking about a missing mother, but I might be completely making that up.
Yeah, do we? Yeah. Hold on. How many Snowdrakes?
There's definitely more than one. I mean, there's Childrake, but then I guess if those are just two, then that would be names.
Hmm.
Wait, no, Snowdrake's a single person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that can't be the name of the species.
Well, they just like, huh? The Snowdrake's father, Snowdrake's mother. No, but there's a Snowdrake's an encounter you can get more than once, right?
I don't think so.
Huh. Curious. Very curious. This teen comedian fights to keep a captive audience. Well, okay. Well, we've got to come up with a name for the species then.
We could have like snow and then like bird in Latin.
Well, they've all got Drake in their name,
That's true,
so that's more
actually, yeah.
likely to be the commonality. Um,
All right. Drake. Species Drake.
no, but Drake's already a Drake. Drake is a type of bird.
Oh, is it?
I believe so.
Big Drake.
I think. No. Drake
Oh,
birds?
a Drake's a male duck.
Yeah.
Well, they don't look like ducks.
Such Drake. I didn't think. I thought it would know what I meant. I've just put
Right.
Drake's just pictures of Drake on my stream. Drake is now canon.
Christ.
What's Drake's most popular song? We could name the species after that.
Ooh, good point. Drake most popular song.
Uh,
One Dance, I think.
yeah, One Dance. So we could kind of like mix that up so it makes a similar noise, like
Once.
sorry.
Once.
Once.
Yeah, once. Once Drake.
Once Drake.
Once Drake.
And how are you spelling once Drake? There's just this there's something very wrong about that to me. I can't grasp it. It just feels icky.
One
Once.
Dance.
Once. It just feels like it feels like an insult. You call someone a once. Like no, but don't you kind of get that feeling? Is that just me?
Just you.
Once Drake. Well, I'll take it. It's creative. Again, I'll
Alright.
credit that one to you. And what I'll do is I'll put in the aliases. I'll put no Drake, Chill Drake, and that's all I really need. Alright. Onwards with the show. So, ice cap. I've looked it up. I don't think that there are any. I don't really think there are any more big
No,
versions of anything.
I don't think so.
Basically covered everything except for the amalgams, but that's kind of it's its own separate thing. Okay, so ice cap. Um, ice cap is a species of monster. It says it. It says it specifically. So, um,
All right.
they're described as a teen. It's not very helpful. Them. They can find as NPCs for our Snowden. So I think. Do they have any lines? They have lines. So this is a symbol open and shut, right?
Mm.
Okay. Was it ice cap? Okay.
So I just thought, is So Sorry the same species as Alphys as
Well,
well?
I was wondering that too, possibly.
Yeah.
I guess we'll come to that when we do.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then we have the dogs. Um,
Yeah.
which are quite a few. We have to determine really what we're doing about that.
Um, hmm,
Because
well, you've got breeds of dog.
yeah, they're all the same species though. So
Yeah.
so it is just dog.
Yeah.
They're just dogs. But are they
Magna dog.
mag?
I don't know. Um, oof.
Hmm. Mew Mew's a ghost, I think, right?
I wouldn't
I
know.
think I think you have to fight Mew Mew because Mew Mew wants you to do the same thing as you do for Mad Dummy and fight
Right.
to
Yeah.
merge Soul with Vessel.
Yeah. Mew
That's
Mew's
my
not a
that's my
PC thing, so I
recollection.
wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's just on Switch. I haven't got it, but I've seen the fight.
Right.
Um, dog. Do we expand on dog or we did
I
for
mean,
goat, I guess.
hmm.
They do have a different build to dogs, I guess.
Oh yeah, they walk on two legs.
And they're quite
Mus-
muscular.
mhm.
They seem to
Muscular
have,
dog.
well, the way they're built seems to be very humany, just with dog. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like kind of like with the like
Yeah.
Great at Dog in particular, I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Although Great at Dog isn't particularly a good example of something that makes sense. Um, Muscanem. Now, what does that mean, Mr. Iron Man?
That means muscular dog. Muscanum.
I like it. I like it. Ah, love that you've got like all of these puns that Toby Fox has come up with, and then you just have R's, which are a bit more scientific.
They're great.
I don't suppose you want if we get time, well, there's the matter of we could try and do a few of the Cat in the Hat ones that remain at some point, just to kind of whittle it down a little bit more. But I want to do a bit of Portal Stories Mel potentially, although that depends on how awake I feel by the time we get to that. That is a bit of a heavy game to play on when I'm tired. Jerry, we're happy that Jerry is a species, yes?
Yes, we are
Jerry
happy.
complains about Wi-Fi and stuff, so I think Jerry talks. Then we have Gifrot. Giftrot.
Gift trot?
Giftrot.
It's gift trot, maybe.
Giftrot. Yeah, Giftrot.
Uh, yeah, you only come across one of these, so
Right. And the decorations are not part of its species.
no.
Is that just a just a deer?
I mean,
Well, it's got a bit of an odd mouth, doesn't it?
it's like a reindeer kind of thing.
It's a reindeer, but with a vertical mouth.
It's like a mega flowy looking.
But it's got two mandibles.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, mm,
Mandadeer.
I don't know if gift trots. It could be the name of this
No,
species.
but if it the way that it, I don't think I can accept that.
Why
I think
not?
that gift rot is it's gift. I feel like it's a play on what's it? It's like gift and trot, right?
I
Yeah,
guess.
gift and trot. The fact that it's got decorations on it, I feel like that's more likely to be the name that whoever the teens that have decorated it might have like called it gift rot, like as like a kind of a name to call is more where I'm sitting.
Okay.
Feel free to
So,
argue against that.
so what I'm thinking is I'm thinking along the lines of like teenagers who make up nicknames for people. Gift trot. It might be called something with trot in its name, but a gift might rhyme with the the original name, if you know what I mean.
But even then, that could still be their given name, not their species name.
What, gift trot?
The
Or
name that they've changed into Giftrot.
mm, true.
I don't think we can make any assumptions that this is anything like their species name.
Okay.
We're being really thorough, and we're taking this way too seriously, and I love it. That's why I love law. It's so great. I hope you're having a good time here.
I am.
That's good. What do you think about Mandadeer?
Mandadeer.
Like mandible and deer.
Mm, Mandadeer. There's too many D's.
Okay, fair enough.
Um, deer in Latin is service.
Mandisa.
Mandasa. Mm, Sermond.
Hmm?
Sermond.
Sermons.
Yeah.
Could you
Sermon.
sermons? And what's the etymology of that?
Well, service for deer,
Hmm.
and then you said, uh,
Mandible. For
yeah.
the um. Hmm. Yeah. It's kind of yeah. I think that's all right. And once more, that's definitely an Oreo credit. Okay. think we're getting quite through this now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Uh, Glide. Is Glide something you actually fight?
The hell?
Isn't this the
What's
thing that goes
glide?
for the... Oh, wait, no, wait, no. This is an optional mini-boss? Oh, this is a Kickstarter thing. It's like, so sorry. Didn't know this existed, if I'm honest.
Oh.
I think this is a singular thing, isn't it?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, what the hell is it?
Well, it's like a, I don't know, like a whale thing.
I guess.
Glide may be a reference to the Mortasheen monster Twilight. What is that?
Oh, beautiful.
I'm more confused. It's like an eel kind of
Hmm.
thing.
What I'm seeing, bear with me, I'm seeing a lot of kind of like crescents in this design.
Okay.
So what if we just call it like the Dark Crescent Whale or something?
The dark crescent whale.
Yes, Dark Crescent Whale.
Go for it.
How do you spell crescent? Crescent? Like SC?
Yeah, that's right.
Dark Crescent Whale. Lovely. That was me. Oh.
Whoa.
You can tell which ones are mine because they're 3 words long. Uh, okay. I think that's the last of. Yeah, that's the end. Because we have skeleton. Are we happy with skeleton? I'm happy with skeleton, I
Yeah.
think. Okay. Now, we have another case of Jerry, basically, here. Um, Aaron.
Well, Aaron is essentially what's it called? What's Chiron? Um what's Chiron? What's Chiron's species?
Who?
Chiron.
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 From
Um
what?
just Greek mythology. He's like
Oh, I don't know.
half horse, half person.
Oh, what a centaur.
A centaur, but Aaron's half horse, half mermaid, half
Well,
fish. No.
they describe them as a seahorse. I think that's what they're playing on here. We could call them.
Okay.
I feel like there was a missed opportunity calling it a horsey.
A horsey.
Yeah, like horse
Sure.
and sea. No, but no, I'm not saying
Just
we
like
should,
horse
but that
and
was like a
sea.
missed opportunity.
Okay.
I don't know. So um, named after a friend of Toby Fox. Do you think you'd be flattered if that was you? If
Not
like,
really. No.
no, because they're quite vain, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Seahorse. What?
What?
Sorry, I just found out that hippocampus is Latin for seahorse,
Okay.
which is really random.
Okay. Why does that sound familiar?
Hippocampus,
Hmm.
because it's an area of the brain.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The thoughts. Oh, yeah, seahorse.
Yeah, not sure why, but um, hmm. What do you think?
We went with Jerry.
Yeah, but
No, I agree. I'm more happy with Jerry than I am with Aaron. Um,
yeah.
I'm not really happy with Horsey either. Um, I guess. Um, Meh.
Ooh, I like that.
Hmm. Happy?
Yeah.
That's
I mean, he's not a mare, but I'm there with
well,
it.
yeah, it's fine. It's
It's
fine. It's a
fun.
species. Meh.
Mama.
Uh, yeah. Cool. Then we have Washer. Um,
What you are.
Washua. Yeah. You any objections to just calling them Washua?
I'll just call it what you are.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Doot, doot. There we go. Right. Then we have Chiron, which is a play on siren, I guess.
Sharon. Sharon again is her own
Right.
person, right?
Seems that way. I didn't realize all these things. I didn't know there were these mini bosses. I just encountered them and was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. Let's have a look at the trivia. Shy and Siren, yes. Um, oh, so yeah, so this is two creatures.
Right.
Chiron is the fish on top. That is the body is a creature of its own.
Right. Sharon's agent.
Hmm. Talent agent.
Okay.
So that's a fish. I don't want. I've already gotten rid of fish as a definition though, because it's way too vague. Um.
Yeah. I mean, and looks like one of those those glowfish, the
Anglerfish.
anglerfish, yeah.
What like the hair?
Yeah, like the little tuft of hair at the top.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Um. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, it could be something to do with the song. Oop. Let me deal with that. Um, something to do with singing.
Singing fish.
I suppose the reason why the anglerfish inspiration has been drawn here, possibly, if that is indeed the intention, if we're looking at sirens and sirens bringing in their prey by singing, I guess if they're a fish, it's very similar to how the anglerfish draw in their prey through light.
Yeah, it's like a siren.
Well, yeah, yeah, because it's called Chiron.
Oh.
Um, so we could, um,
Okay, well, I don't want to name it that. Mm, looking at the Latin for sing and fish and the combinations, I'm trying to figure out how to make that work. Like all of the combinations sound mildly inappropriate, so I don't think that's gonna work. Uh,
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Um,
um,
hmm. I am thinking. Hmm.
trying to
Is that a new message?
what the ones I've just sent.
Oventar. Oh, there's a lot of new messages. Sorry, I've only just seen these. I like Oventar.
Oventer.
Yeah.
All right.
That's one of them though, but we have two species here.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I'm happy that that could refer to Oventar. That refers to the bit on the top, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is that's Anglus. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Um, then we got this thing on the bottom, which is very like, I guess.
Like a leech.
Yeah, I guess. Except it's philanthropic. Philanthrop leech. uh, what's the opposite of a leech? You leech onto something. But then it's still doing that, really. It's just a supportive leech. That's what it is. It's a supportive leech.
Supportive leech.
Philanthrop leech. Philanthrop leech. Bit of a tongue twister.
Philanthrop. Oh, that is different.
Philanthrop leech.
Philanthrop leech.
It's just that's fun to say. Philanthrop leech.
Philanthrop
Should we
leech.
go for it?
Yeah.
I have to spell. Let me just. So it's philanthrop. How do you spell philanthropist? Incorrectly. Philanthropist. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. There we are. And then philanthrope bleach like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely. That's a lovely long species name that I am claiming for myself. Lovely. Oh, glorious, glorious. Okay. Then we just have Dummy, which is just Ghost. Temmie, are we happy to just say Temmie's a species?
Yeah. Well, no.
No?
Actually.
Okay.
Because you got Bob, who isn't Temmie.
Sorry?
Bob.
Bob, who isn't Temmie.
There's a Temmie called Bob.
Hmm.
I mean, to be fair, the other Temmies might have been too lazy or stupid to pick a name for themselves.
Yeah.
And Bob might be the only smart Temmie.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, it's Temmie Village, right? It's like. That's like the identity that they're all grouped in this Temmie category, so I think it's the best bet.
Okay. Okay.
Do I put Temmie in sentience? There's a bit of a balance there. Like, are they really? Do they?
I'd say they're sentient, but they're a bit stupid.
Yeah. Right. Um. Okay, then we have the monster kid stuff that I actually deal with now, and then Undyne immediately after that. So, should we get a picture of So Sorry up?
Yeah.
Okay, this is So Sorry. So
Okay, maybe not,
no,
actually.
I think So Sorry's just got to kind of be considered differently. This creature is definitely in the wrong time and space.
Actually, when is the So Sorry date?
It's October 10th
That's
at
soon.
10 a.m. or p.m. That
That
is
is soon.
that is a couple weeks today.
Yeah.
Another question. Is a doodle bog alive?
Hmm. No.
Alright. Oh, they're so lucky as to be able to encounter So Sorry all day on Switch and Xbox.
Oh. Damn.
SMH. No, I think So Sorry is going to be left out of this, yeah. So we're just looking. Let's have a look at Monster Kid.
Yeah, So Sorry has like a snout.
Hmm.
Monster Kid and Alphys don't.
And then let's grab. Alphys isn't going to be on here because we don't encounter Alphys. We're gonna have to
Well,
make sure we go through the ones that aren't encounters afterwards. But let me grab Alphys here. Just in terms of color, I'm pretty sure they use the exact same color.
Alphys kind of has like a, but not to the extent that So Sorry does.
What? Snout?
Yeah,
Hmm,
kind of.
kind of. A pointy face, but
Mm, yeah.
what's the... I I feel like so does Monster Kid though.
Does he?
Like, what's that animation where the Monster Kid like falls into the ground and pulls himself back up? I swear, because that's like in profile instead of looking straight at.
Yeah.
I
Hold
feel
on.
like. Let me try and get that up.
Monster Kid falls.
Um,
I forgot I can't watch my reels right now because it's blocked on my phone.
right. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a curvature that could be a bit more defined with age.
I suppose so. Yeah, but also So Sorry has like ears.
Yeah, the ears were what kind of tipped me off as the So Sorry isn't. Yeah, I feel like So Sorry is just completely separate and one and only because of that thing about being in the wrong place and time.
Yeah,
But So Sorry is a Kickstarter monster, right?
possibly.
I think that's right. Okay, well, we need a name for Monster Kid and Alphys' species. Um,
Lizards, people,
liz- lizard folk.
lizard folk.
That's a D&D species.
Oh, lizard chums.
Lizard chums.
Yeah. Don't face plant me.
Face plant.
Face, face, hand on face.
Face
Face
palm.
palm, face palm, shut up. Stop laughing. You're doing it again.
uh, um, hmm. Well, let's see. I'm just looking at the trivia of both of them. This Alphys' trivia is going to be a bit longer. Um, oh, I didn't know that it was wordplay of physics. Slightly. I mean, you have like fizz. So is it Alphys?
Alphys.
Well,
Alphys.
it's Alphys
Alphys.
if it's using physics, as is
Alphys.
suggested.
Alphys. Alphys. Alphys.
So that's interesting.
Well, to be fair, uh, Americans, I think, usually say Alphys.
Hmm.
which
Physics.
also isn't which also isn't correct.
I love
So
myself some physics.
physics.
Uh,
I apologize, but I'm gonna have to go and check that my washing is done.
all right. That's
If that
fine.
is
Yeah,
okay.
that's all right. Of course.
I will be back momentarily.
It's all right. Hmm. Hmm. Ketchup flavored potato chips. Um. Hmm. So they're very like. Hmm. I guess at the end of the day, both Monster Kid and Alphys have like the spikes. They'll have spikes in their design in some sense. So it does make sense that they're the same species. I'm quite happy. We've already had this conversation. But I'm quite happy to do that. I mean, they've obviously got some inspiration from kind of dinosaurs and lizards. Um,
I've returned.
Hello.
Hello.
I was just saying kind of how Alphys have got these like spikes, so like both designs have spikes in some sense. So
Okay.
it does if I'm quite happy with grouping these two together.
Okay.
Um
Spiky reptile.
Reptilian. Um um what about like this is just oh, what about Orep? Now, bear with me.
Orep.
Rep for reptile, right? Right?
Uh-huh.
And AU is gold. Very clever, I know.
Um Orep.
Orep. I'm not
It
a big fan of it.
it doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
No.
um or mm, mm, Oriole
Oh.
or uh
Oriole. Oriole.
Oriole.
I think I like um with the idea that Undertale takes place after Chrono Trigger in like the lore. It's nice because you've got all like those like reptilian folk in Chrono Trigger, like the dinosaur dudes.
Right.
So like I imagine like the that Monster Kid and Alphys are like the last descendants of them.
Mm.
Hmm. What do you say? Is it or what was it?
Whoops.
Hmm.
Not that. That's not Orel.
Oral. I like oral. I'm happy with that. Are you happy?
I'm happy.
Okay. There are a few questions that I'm probably gonna ask you later. Because on the spreadsheet, I have them both listed as like singular and as plural names. Um, so there's gonna be a few questions as to that at some point, but we can deal with that later. Undyne. Undyne next. So you were thinking axolotl. I guess I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of trivia.
Yeah. Um. Well, I had a search. Someone suggested. Uh. Well, there's a bunch of suggestions. Someone suggested a shark. Um. Someone suggested a Siamese fighting fish. Um.
Hmm.
I swear I read something about Undyne somewhere. About her name. But I don't remember what it is. It's kind of annoying. Anyway. Oh wait. There's a prehistoric fish called a undina.
Ah,
Apparent,
curious.
which could be it.
Angina. I mean, yeah, because you got those like you got the the fins, obviously,
Yeah.
that seem to be quite close to like the head, like that you have with Undyne. Like, is that? Hmm. I mean, it's not one to one, obviously. Um.
Let me have a look at this Siamese fighting fish. No. Well, with the Siamese fighting fish, it's the same colors,
Hmm.
but
And it's a
um,
fighting fish. I think that those are all things that really. But I mean, that isn't her at the end of the day.
mm, Siamese undina. I don't know.
Maybe. But then, so is she named after her species? Then Undyne the
Maybe.
Siamese Undina. It's like,
I mean,
does everything related to her have to be like alliteration? There's Undyne the Undying or Undyne the Siamese Undiner.
Undyne the Undiner.
I mean, it fits the fact that they just can't. They despite you being quite an obscure letter at the end of the day, I think they always seem to manage to do alliteration with Undyne.
Yeah.
The Siamese Undiner. Um, I can see it. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
You happy?
I'm happy.
Is it? It's this. Okay. Let me. Siamese Undine. What is it? It's Undynia. Undynia.
No, Undiner.
Undina. Oh no, you're
Yeah.
right. Undina. Yeah, there we are. Cool. Not a lot left, I don't think. Just the Hotland stuff really left, right?
Yeah.
Not. Yeah. Well, the Nights and Mad. Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost there. I think I've got Flowey down as flower, maybe. I'm not quite sure.
All right. I mean, he is just a what types of flowers are they? The golden flowers, the butter. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so yeah. Do you have any idea what the royal guards are?
No.
I don't think we can really deduce anything from that. They could be anything we've seen so far. And the kind of the differences in their helmets to me suggest that they're different things.
Yeah.
So are these ears?
They look like ears.
And I think
That
those
one
are
looks.
ears or horns.
Yeah. So yeah, that one's a bit hard um
I
to
think we'll
do.
come back to that at the end, maybe.
All right.
It's because we have all the shopkeepers too, and I think there's like a rabbit shopkeeper, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I think those ears look a little bit rabbity.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Um, so that would be the same species potentially. Okay, let's just go through this. Metaton, I think I have down as a ghost.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Vulcan, there's multiple of these, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Um, yeah. Are you happy? That's just a Vulcan.
Yeah.
Am I? Because yeah, it's yeah, gonna be get a bit confusing. Um, if there's any Star Trek lore ever put into Nap's lore, but for now this is a Vulcan. Uh,
Yeah.
Sunder plane. Soon. It's not Snunder plane. Snunder plane. Sunder plane. Sunder plane.
Something.
Sunder plane. Um, I find it very difficult to look at this and be like, that's an alive thing, but it is, right?
Yeah.
It talks. It's like a
Yeah.
bit weird.
It is odd.
Yeah.
Like how was that born?
Is it a ghost, do you think?
I mean,
There's a lot of
possibly.
them though, and it seems like a really difficult process. It's weird that it'd be weird that there's a lot of ghosts that decided to be these tiny planes.
Maybe there's a ghost who has an obsession with planes. I don't know.
What, it's all one ghost?
Yeah.
No, but
I don't know.
Assume I guess it's a species. It's just something we're not going to be able to understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so I'll get Vulcan and this down. There we are. On with the show.
Hmm.
Right, you got Pyro, and then we have So Sorry after that. Okay. I'm not sure if there's much to be said about Pyro. Pyro's just Pyro, right?
Yeah.
They're just, yeah, because there's multiple of them. There's just Pyro, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have to determine something for So Sorry. You know, it is possible that there's a canon answer to So Sorry.
So, I think. Did I see somewhere? I feel like I saw somewhere that So Sorry is like a kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it looks quite kangaroo-ish.
Resembles a kangaroo. Although his original backers design shows him as a dragon. But we're not necessarily talking about the original version, we're talking about the version that
Yeah.
we see in Undertale. I think kangaroo, I think I'm satisfied.
All right.
Is it just a normal kangaroo or um
Ooh,
ew
kang
ew
kangaroo
kangaroo
kangaroo. Yeah.
kang uh kangaroo,
Hell yeah.
that's going to you, and that's also going to you. Oriel was you, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we will leave the Royal Guards for a bit. I've got Muffet down as a spider. Do you think we can be we'd want to be any more specific than that?
Incy Wincy. Um.
I mean, I'd I'd say that there's probably a big enough difference to be a bit more specific because
Um.
obviously I feel like this is like the spokesperson of the spiders, like the most human of the spiders.
Yeah.
And then we've also got Muppet's friend, the big thing that eats you.
You're right. Her pet
Hmm.
thing. So I think she describes it as a pet, I think.
Yeah. What type of hairstyle is that? Those pigtails.
It, it, I, I guess, yeah.
Call them call Muffet a pigtail spider.
That actually sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I want that.
So spiders. I'm gonna then put spiders into like the animal category. 'Cause there are
Yeah.
spiders. I'm gonna put pigtail spider uh as a sentient species. Yep, happy. So is mold the only thing we've found so far that doesn't speak? I guess we haven't been looking thoroughly, but and then there's spiders, obviously. And then um
Yeah.
what is
Are
the
we?
pet called?
Yeah, I don't know if it has a name. Um, I don't think it does. I can have a look.
It's this thing.
It's like the cupcake. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a cupcake spider.
Her pet accomplice appears to be a giant muffin,
Muffin.
with a face on the frosting part, as well as spider legs sticking out of the sides.
Um,
Uh, muffin. Muffin, spider muffin,
spider
spider.
muffin. Like like Spider-Man, Spider Pig, Spider Muffin.
Yeah, exactly. Stop laughing.
Well, like
Great.
greater Spider Muffin or something.
Greater spider muffin.
How's that?
Um, sure.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. Greater Spider. One word for Spider Muffin. I'm gonna claim that for myself, I think.
All right.
So, that's mine. Right.
What? So it's annoying me that some of yours are uppercase and some of yours are lowercase.
What on here? Oh, no, well, shush, it's not permanent. It's just a note.
Yeah, but it's annoying
Well,
though. Thank you.
um, okay. Then we got Magic, Night Night, and then the amalgams, and then that's it. And then we have to
Cool.
look at the rest of the stuff that isn't on here.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think I'm gonna be playing any Portal Stories Meld today, but that's okay. I'm having fun. So Magic. We might not get onto Hue either, in fairness. Let's dedicate this one to Undertale. There are multiple of these, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that I don't see a reason why this wouldn't be just the name of the species. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'd go with that.
Yeah, makes our lives slightly easier. Hey,
A.
hey,
That was a really sensible A.
thank you. Right,
No problem.
Night Night. This thing terrifies me a little bit.
It is quite scary.
Yeah.
It's got eyes in its chest.
Hmm. Those are its only eyes. It has a mouth up there, a mouth down here, eyes, and then it's just a face with legs and it's two faces in fact, like a face and a half with arms and legs attached to it, and a staff. It's very
I would not want to encounter that in real
no.
life.
Um. Allusions to Lucifer. All right, lovely.
Okay. Um.
Night Night Sprite is called a dragon. I can see that. It's like a kind of dragony.
All right.
Oh, because those are like eyebrows, and yeah. Yeah, it's like a dragon.
I see. Kind of.
Yeah, and then horns, and then
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um
Um.
um
Dragon.
Um,
Gandalf dragon. Dragon.
goodness.
Do you laugh at my Gandalf dragon? The hell's Satan called in in Dr. Faustus?
I don't know.
It might just be called Satan, to be fair. I can't remember. You've got oh my god, I've forgotten all the names of the people. Dr. Faustus characters. Got Mephistopheles, Faustus. Oh, he's called the devil.
Oh.
Okay.
Devilish dragon face.
Dragon face, dragonborn,
Sorry?
dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of a race in Dungeons and Dragons.
Damn.
Right?
So I
I think
came up
so.
with that.
No.
I thought it was such a cool name. Oh, it's a video game.
What is?
Dragonborn.
And Dragonborn's also a species of species in Dungeons and Dragons.
Dragon legs.
Dragon legs.
It's like dragonfly, but with
Dragon walk.
dragon walk, dragon stride,
I like that. Dragon sprite. Mario. Okay. And then that leaves us with these lovely fellows. Now, how are we dealing with that?
Well, the thing with this is that I don't think we should classify them as separate things because they are just amalgamations of things that have already existed.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd just leave them as the amalgamates.
Do we need to give them a species at all?
Well, technically no. Because they're not really. They're the same species, they're just a bit messed up.
But technically, they're not a single species.
Well, yeah.
We'll just make amalgamate species. As I mean, I don't agree with it being a species as such, but that's just how we're going to classify it, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're animalistic, really, aren't they? They've lost their sort of ways, haven't they?
Yeah.
Okay. There's something I thought of before. Snails. I remembered snails. There are snails.
There are snails, yeah.
So snail is. Oh my god, there are no that snails weren't in the law, and now they are. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just so crazy, man? Whoa,
Snail.
crazy. Right.
Snail.
Let's move. Let's just check the main characters, make sure that we've not missed anything. Is there a golden? It's called a golden flower.
Yeah, golden flower.
I'm going to, well, actually, because we do um flora as well as fauna, so we should do the echo flowers too.
Oh yeah.
So golden flower.
Wait,
Um,
echo flowers aren't sentient though.
no, I'll put them in this category. The second one.
Okay.
Yeah, like golden flowers, generally speaking, aren't sentient, but Flowey's an a rare example. Echo flowers
Do we
are
count him as a species then?
no, but the golden flowers is a species, like a flora
Okay.
species. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Should we not have that as a different
No, it doesn't really matter that much.
okay.
Don't worry about it.
I am worried about it.
Well, don't.
Well, I am. So,
Well, don't.
do you sorry, I'm getting a bit existential here.
It's
But do you
fine.
think Flowey can reproduce with other golden flowers? Wait, no, because flowers reproduce with themselves, don't they? Wait, can
Well,
Flowey?
no. I think that there's as far as I'm aware, there aren't any. There's no pollinators that I'm aware of in the underground.
The seeds?
The seeds, yeah, but there aren't like bees.
There could be.
Do we see any?
Um, no, but it's like magic.
Yeah, no, but I think because flowers generally speaking need a pollinator like a bee or a butterfly in order to do the sexual reproduction rather than asexual. So
Right.
possibly a flower would be able to propagate himself into another flower as a clone, but I think that that would be problematic, and I think he'd know that.
Mm,
I don't think Flowey would want another Flowey,
no, he wouldn't.
so I imagine it's just untested. Um, yeah. Okay, so that's definitely covering that. And then that's all the main characters, right? Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
look at the mini bosses, just making sure nothing appears out of the ordinary. Nothing does, as far as I can tell. No, we're doing it. We're doing good. We're doing good. The shopkeepers are where it's going to change a little bit. River person. What do we see of the river person? Also, is the boat alive?
No, I'd say it's done by magic,
Okay.
personally.
Snowden NPCs. Um, let's leave that for now. Let's look at the big ones first. River person, I don't think we have enough to go on at all.
No.
Um, okay, so we've got Waterfall NPCs, Metaton Resort NPCs, True Lab NPCs, Hotland NPCs. We've got the Snowden one already open, and then Ruin NPCs. And we've already dealt with Alphys. So let's have a little look through this, shall we?
Alright.
Okay. Snowman, before we go up there, that's an interesting one. He's alive. So I think
Yeah.
Snowman is a species in. Yeah?
Yeah.
Snowman. Lovely. Uh, now, is it possible at all that this thing could be the same thing as a gift trot. I know there's a lot of differences to consider, but
Um, a fawn a fawn's a female deer, right?
um,
Am I right in thinking that?
Fawn is a half human, half goat.
Oh, it's
Um,
oh.
uh, yeah. Well, actually, that could be a goat. They say it's
Um,
deer-like. That could be a goat, right?
well, I mean the ears are kind of more goat-like.
Right, that didn't help at all. I think that could be a. We could just decide that that's possibly whatever we called the goat species.
A a magna cap.
Yeah. Yeah, happy.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, they could be whatever we did the gifts trots for.
Yeah.
Mice. So mouse is a animal uh species in this. Right. You have the rabbits here. And then we have some bears. Um, and we have this red demon. Lovely. So the rabbits for starters. Um, is a new area. Um, what are you thinking?
Well, I don't have any ideas for name, but
Hmm.
I'd categorize all the rabbits in the same
Oh
thing.
yeah, 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 for sure.
Um,
And that goes probably towards the night people, whatever they're called, the ones from before that we couldn't identify, but we saw the rabbit ears.
yeah. My
Um,
question is, what is that pet that rabbit girl has?
well, this one,
Yeah, the little
is that
thing.
not just a child? Like a very young, is that not just a baby?
Cinnamon. It says
Uh,
rabbit girl and cinnamon.
two related. They're related. Her little brother.
Oh, I thought it was a pet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
All
think
right.
basically in this, like bunnies and in their earliest form, babies are like the rabbits that we know, I guess,
I see.
and they grow up to be. So, shall I do some translating?
Go for it.
Rabbit, lepus, hop. Oh,
Leaper. Oh.
um,
Leapop.
lepop. Sure,
Leapop.
sure, sure. Should we do it as leap, as in to leap?
Yeah.
Leap pop. I put it in the
Leapop.
wrong category, but there we are. Leap pop. I'm gonna have to
Leapop.
rewatch this stream just to know what the hell I'm going on about half the time with these names. Because we're just given random names. There's no indication as to what they are referring to. It's just I'll work it out. I'll work it
Yeah.
out. Where are we? Okay. We have these bears. The Gift bear and politics bear. They're very similar. But one's, I mean,
They're both bears.
they're both bears. And they're both wearing similar things, actually. What's it say? Um, hmm. Oh, gift bear. Hmm. I mean, they're bears.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that that's necessarily a polar bear. It just seems grey to me. They're just, I think they're the same. Um,
Yeah.
Maybe we should refer to the fact that they both have clothes that seem to cover them in the exact same way.
Mm.
Like jumper bears.
Jumper bears.
Jumper bears.
Sure.
Really, we're going with that.
Uh, I don't know what else to go with. Bear. Big bear.
Jumper. I don't know what that's referring
Let's
to.
see.
No, that's
Thorax.
referring to leaper, like someone who jumps. Um, Sweater.
Sweater.
Mm, clothes. Right. What about like Vestisbear?
Vestisbear.
Vestisbear. It sounds like you're saying despair.
Vestisbear. Sure.
Cool. Festus. Festus. Lovely. That one is mine. I won't capitalize it because you'll shout at me.
Thanks.
We've covered mouse, and then there's just this demon thing. Um, this is just weird. I can't. I can't comprehend it.
Hmm. Uh, it's I think it's just like a demon in in like a cloak kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Or are those legs?
I assumed it just kind of like hovered.
Hmm. But what if it doesn't? What if we're looking at this all wrong and those are big legs?
Well, then that's just kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
The sprite is referred to as Red Demon.
Hmm.
Um,
What is demon in Latin? The daemonium. Right, demon in Latin. Rubrum demonium.
oh, Debrum Rub Rub
Debrum.
yeah.
Or like,
Um
or like that.
yeah.
I like that. Which these are really such random names.
Yeah.
These are the foundations of some very important lore, I'm sure. It's all gonna come back to bite us one day. Like we'll
Yeah.
just be in we'll just we'll just be I'll be chairing the Dungeons and Dragons thing for the Naps lore, and you'll just suddenly be like, a Daybrum appears before you roll for initiative, and they'll be like, "Whoa, that is lore. That is lore that has been crafted. Whoa!"
Hmm.
And they'll be exactly like that.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah, for real. It's true. It's true.
So true.
That's more. There's more. To me, that library person is they're referred to as the library lizard. That's just another Alphys thing.
Yeah.
That's a Lux. Uh, what is that?
Um I don't know.
Looks like a bit like a rhino.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
And what is that? Oh, it says rhino. Uh, hmm,
Um
just a yellow rhinoceros. Uh, we'll just call it a yellow rhinoceros. That's just gonna be its. That's just a species name. Just the.
could do.
Uh, oh, that's you. That was you.
What was me?
You, you have to stretch too.
What?
You have to stretch as well.
Oh, fine.
Ooh, I've gone immediately out of focus. As soon as clearly it takes a bit of concentration to keep it focused. I've just got to keep staring, keep that focus. Stretch is complete. I need to go get some drinks. So you have full control over the stream until then.
All right. Hey guys.
Trust you.
Hey guys. So some really interesting facts about Naps. Um he back in 2020, Naps had some children, and he put them in a cannon, and um he just kind of sent them away to Germany through the cannon. Like he launched them through the cannon, which is like insane. Um, Not 100% sure why he did that, but he did. Um, so yeah, he has some children in Germany kind of did that too. Um, Also, um, every time someone follows him, he um he 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 I can't think of anything enough mischievous enough. He kisses Uh,
Hi.
hello.
Hello, Mr. Oreo Man.
Hi.
I can now drink.
We weren't doing anything mischievous over here.
Okay. Anyway. Rhinoceros. Um. What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
Yellow rhino.
Yellow rhino. I'm thinking. Like Dawnbreak rhinoceros.
Dawnbreak rhinoceros.
Yeah, because it's like yellow,
Dawn.
dawn. Maybe. I don't know.
Dawnbreak. Dawn. Hmm, Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh my lord, I'm tired.
The same. But we must grind, Mr. Oreo Man.
How much longer must we grind for? I'm
Dawnbreak
gonna sleep by now.
rhinoceros. Rhinoceros. No. 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 No, I mean you're free to go whenever you like, of course. Um, that is not. Sorry. There you go.
Thank you.
What am I looking at here?
Well, is it like a cat?
Well, that's what I was thinking. It's the best I can come up with.
Green cat. Perfect. Green cat. Green cat. It's a green cat. I don't know. Feline.
Hmm.
Theme. Theme.
Green line.
Green line.
Green line.
Yeah,
Oh, goodness me.
I like green line.
Green line.
Green line.
Could you spell that how you want it? Goodness. God. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, dear
Green line.
me. Ah. What's Grelby?
Flame. Fire.
I'm thinking like Pyro something. 'Cause
Pyro. What does that mean?
Pyro, mm, is to fire. So
Right.
it's a prefix to do with fire,
Hi
really.
hieroglyphics.
P-
Do you like it? Okay. Um. Anyway.
Hmm.
Pyro. Pyro Man.
Iron
Pyro.
Man. Oh god, there's so many more.
Pyro.
hmm,
Pyro. Ethanol. Pyro. What? Why do you look so confused by that one? I'm thinking ethanol, like alcohol. Stop laughing.
goodness me. Um,
Pyro. Ro. Ro.
I knew you were
Ro.
gonna do that, you silly, silly man.
Pyro. Py. Pyro. Don't know.
Well, the I think pyro comes from pyromaniac, just I think just someone who's crazy and plays with fire. We could just stop that. We could just go pyroman.
I like Pyro Man. That's been my favorite one.
Really?
Besides hieroglyphics, but you know.
What besides green line?
Green line.
Ugh, why are we entertaining this for so long? This is a worthless piece of our time, but it's been a blast so far. I'm looking forward to finishing it, but it's been fun. Now, what the hell is this?
Big mouth.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Jaws.
Biggest gobbus.
Biggest goblin. I like that.
Okay. The bit. Should I do double G or
Yeah.
double S or just no single S?
No.
Gobbus. Biggest gobbus.
Yeah.
Excellent. Next up, drunk
Pyro.
bum.
Hold on. Pyro Man was partly me.
What do you mean?
I suggested Pyro Man.
What do you mean you suggested Pyroman?
You said Pyro. I said Pyro Man.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
No.
I did.
Well,
You
I
need to check back on your
I
stream once we're
will
finished.
I will I will.
Good.
You got these birds. You're happy that they're possibly the same? No, because the beaks.
Beaks are different. First one's like a duck.
Hmm. Punk hamster. What is that?
It's a punk hamster.
Is that like the
It's a
off-brand Alvin and the Chipmunks? They
Yeah.
stopped singing Linkin Park instead of like Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
This is a fish, sorry. This isn't a bird.
Oh, ugly fish. That's
um,
so mean.
maybe it's the same species as Undine.
Well, Undine doesn't have a. What are those lips?
I don't know. Red.
Also, it's just a lot smaller, so
Yeah, I guess.
it's a different fish from Undine.
So yeah, because it's just got that one. It's just got. It doesn't have legs. It has that single, or at least that's what it looks like.
I think it's just sitting on the edge of like a bar stool,
Yeah,
right?
but fish don't have legs.
Well, Undine has legs.
I mean, you make a good point, soldier.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Apparently what?
Chaos says, that's a fish? Question mark, question mark.
Oh, yeah, it's a fish.
We would just call it, like, gloss lips.
Gloss lips.
Gloss lips.
Alright.
Okay. I'm assuming, because it's drinking, it must have a license, so it must be civilized. That's my thinking.
Alright.
Gloss lips. Or me. What about the bird here?
Um, Dave.
Dave?
Dave.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, like, Flying Dave.
Flying Dave.
Flying Dave. Oh, goodness. Okay, you happy with that?
I'm very happy with that.
Flying Dave. Giving you that one. I'm not taking credit for that.
Wow.
And then we have the punk hamster. Uh,
It does not look like a hamster.
it doesn't look like a hamster, but we must take the word for it.
How many of these things do you think Toby Fox created while he was like drunk?
Um, I feel drunk just looking at them, so all of them. I mean, Big Mouth, like, I mean, I don't think a sane person can make Big Mouth.
Oh.
Um, what's hamster in Latin? Um, hamster? Oh, it does have a word. Christer.
Oh. Chrysler.
What about
Crisis.
punk? No.
Crisis.
Crisis.
Punk crisis.
Punk crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not all necessarily fans of punk, are they?
No, you're right.
We're gonna look at this one and just assume, like, based on this, we can determine what it probably dyed its hair. It's just a big hamster. What if it's like crisis fur?
Crisis fur.
Crisis fur.
Yeah,
You happy with that?
I'm happy with
Do
that.
you want the credit for that one?
You can have that one.
Okay.
Got Flying Dave.
Oh dear. Oh dear me. Oh, no. That's all of the Snowden ones. What on earth is that? What is that?
Um, uh, mm,
Like,
Charlie
is
Baker's
that like
Frank.
is that like what Baby Shark's gonna look like in its teenage years?
Well, I don't know.
Frank. Is that like a fishbowl on its shirt? That
Yeah, it is.
like it's just a giant goldfish. I think that's outsized its that's just turned its fishbowl into its. Is that just a goldfish?
I guess. Yeah.
Like a But I don't feel comfortable just saying that's a goldfish. It's got to be a special kind of goldfish. With like Frank
Black-eyed
goldfish.
goldfish.
Sorry?
Frank goldfish.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what Curly I said. What did you say?
Black-eyed goldfish.
What do goldfish's eyes usually look like?
Black.
Goldfish. Oh, yeah, I'd say they usually have black eyes as well. So I don't think we're really narrowing it down there. What about frankly huge goldfish?
Frankly huge goldfish.
Frankly huge goldfish.
Sure.
No, I'm not sure about that.
I am.
You're sure?
Mm-hmm.
Frankly huge goldfish.
Yeah.
Or like maybe frankfish.
Frankfish.
Frankfish. Let's go for frankly
Frank
huge goldfish.
Ferdinand.
Guess I'm taking that one. I'm not proud of it. That's the second one that I've done that's 3 words long. I liked the dark crescent whale though. I don't like this one. We're descending into. What is
No,
that? What is that?
it's like a dumpling.
It asks a
That's so
question about
cute.
stars.
Yeah.
That's a. Where's its mouth?
You don't want to know.
What is it? There's a dump drop.
Dump what?
Dump drop.
Oh, dump drop. Um,
There's something very wrong about that.
yeah. Um, drop of no. Um, um, uh, dropling. Dropling?
Just dropling.
That's cute.
I like it. Onwards. Ferry. Uh,
How is that?
you can take a trip across the river with it.
Um, it's just a blob.
Hmm.
Blob the blob.
Why is it alive?
Just is. Does it have lines?
Yes,
Okay.
although it's not very smart. It says um ferry for 3G and it gives you 3G rather than charges you 3G.
Right. Not smart blob.
Do you remember when you were searching up like Latin and being like, right, do you remember when you gave me like fact after fact about Moldsmal?
Listen, listen.
No, I get it, I get it. What if we call it a fairy fish? Or fairy blob?
Very blob.
You like that? Fairy blob it is. Um, Onion San.
Onion Sun's the name of it.
Yeah.
So onion Monster water.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
What if we write that down? Right? Is it onion monster water?
Yeah, yeah.
What if we like just kind of like smash those words together a little bit? Like onion wait, no wait, what? Onionster. Onionster.
Onionster. Onionster. Onionster. Onionster.
Well, monster and water end the same way, but that doesn't really help us. Onions water.
Onionster.
But you just want me to put a W at the beginning.
Yeah.
Onionster. One. Well, we've
Onionster.
made something truly wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. I'm so glad. Oh, it's a ducky. It's a little.
Duck.
It's a little. It's a small bird. That's just a. It's just a duck, right?
Yeah, that's a duck.
Or a, yeah, it was a duck. Yeah. I'm gonna put duck. Duck. Doesn't talk to me, does it?
No.
Good. Snails! Look, I already preempted this! Whoa! Wait, was that a slug? It was a slug. We need to put slugs down, Mr. Oreo Man.
Slug.
Slug! Notice the pause where I almost said your real name. I'm so good at this.
Whoa.
Rachel. What's that?
Mushroom.
Goggle shroom.
Goggle shroom.
Goggle shroom.
Christ.
What is? I've never seen this.
Have you not?
I don't think so.
It's in Tummy Village, I think.
I don't go there very often. The Elder Puzzler.
The what?
There's no picture of the Elder Puzzler. Oh, do we not see them?
Probably.
No, they tell the protagonist. They're just a phone call, maybe.
I don't know.
You tired?
I'm quite tired.
I can let you go if you like.
Let me go. Well, how many more do we have to do?
Unclear.
Oh, right.
Potentially a few.
If you
Yeah, there's quite a few.
uh,
What I'll probably end up doing is you can head off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna collect them all together, the ones that haven't been named, and stick them on Discord for the masses to help.
alright.
That is the plan, and yeah. Happy?
Alright.
Well, thank you very much for joining.
Yeah, thank
Been
you for having me.
very good having you here.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I've enjoyed it a lot.
That's excellent.
I hope I've been of some assistance.
I mean, with such names as what's it, Blue Line or Green Line? Which one was
Green line.
Green Line? Yeah, so much assistance, so very good.
Wow, thanks.
No, I
I'll
really
never
appreciate you
forget
being here.
that. Yes, I had fun.
A historic moment for
It
sure.
is very historic.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Yes, you
Hmm.
enjoy the rest of your stream, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I'll just collect up the rest of them. There was also locations, but I mean, it's potentially a bit easier to work out.
Yeah.
Um, It'd be good to finish Undertale, but we don't have to finish it this stream. Um, in fairness, I'm quite happy to leave it there, and to if you want to come back next lore stream and continue this,
I'd be very happy to.
because then I don't want to, because then we can deal with locations. It's mainly just working out what locations we have to list and stuff. So, well, I think we'll call it that, and I'll leave simultaneously with you. So
Alright.
back to the new thing. Been very fun. We've established a lot of new species for Naps lore. Um, yeah, I'll see if anyone's on for a raid. Don't want to mute.
Donald Trump's live.
What?
Donald Trump is
On
live.
Twitch?
Yeah.
Oh,
Should we raid Donald Trump?
you might have them turned off. And if we do, it probably won't pop up.
No, but
It'd be funny though, wouldn't it?
it would be.
Wait, what Donald Trump is this?
Should we what Donald Trump?
No, like what channel?
I don't know, it's got like a picture of him with the American flag over it.
Oh, right. He's not online.
It's saying for me he is.
Don't want to raid Donald Trump anyway.
Hmm,
Um,
boring.
should we raid the terrible novelist who's doing some writing?
The terrible novelist?
Hmm,
That's not very nice.
that's what their username is.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's well.
Okay, well I've been Naps, and you have been Mr. Oreo Man.
I have been Mr. Oreo Man.
Any final words?
Eat your cheese, guys. It's very important.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've been Naps. Thank you very much for being here, and yeah, I have been Naps.
I
Um,
have been Oreo.
yeah. Have a lovely night, everyone. It
Yes.
doesn't feel like it's only 20 to 11. It feels like it's about 3:30 at night.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone, and I hope you enjoy the raid. Bye
Good night,
bye.
everyone.
Press the button, please. Thank you. Bye bye.